Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today we have a match that I had in the Avenger Mark II. Now this was a match that I wasn't intending to get. For those that don't know, this plane for a rank 2 of its BR has an insane SL modifier. Now the reason for that is because this aircraft used to be 3.0 back in the day, and Gaijin never adjusted it, so don't tell him, because this is how I get my SL back. And as you can see down in the bottom right, I have a booster to use later. But anyway, so this plane at 1.7, if you slap a big fat booster on it, can have an insane amount of SL grinding potential. Now obviously, it's not going to be the most efficient without a booster, but this plane is really why I think you should own at least this, like, at the very least. Because when you get these big boosters, it's not difficult to get a lot of SL out of this plane. The match that I'm going to be showing you, because of I think it was a 200% SL booster, a 150, and a 75, I get 670,000 SL. And I also get my best run I've ever had in this plane, but you get my point. The fact is that this plane for 1000 GE, whilst it isn't the best premium on the market in Britain, there is definitely better premiums in the British line. The simple fact of the matter is, if you look at the SL bonus, so in this case we have 430, you'll notice just how low some of them are. The Spitfire's pretty close, the Corsair then drops, obviously these won't count because these are either event vehicle or battle pass. But the only thing that comes close to that is the Boomerang Mark I. But we're sitting at a 430% SL. And then, of course, 200%, we're going up to 630. You can start to see where this goes, can't you? And trust me, as I said, I was running a 200%, a 150%, and a 75% booster, SL booster, all at the same time. So if you can get this thing via war bonds, you're going to see what this plane can do, and just how tough it can be, but also how good it is at generating SL. So, unfortunately, I wasn't recording the match because I was having music on, just relaxing. I was doing it daily, and I was also burning a few boosters, and so I don't tend to record those, and plus copyrighted music and all that. But I really wish I was, to say the least. So, let's get in, and let's take a look at the replay. See you shortly. And welcome to the match. So this isn't a very long match, but there is a few things I need to point out. Number one, top left, they've bugged a couple of things in replays. So the speed and obviously how much ammo I have left is a little bit buggy. So expect that. They're putting new things in replays. Also, I will not be using the new, what is it, the tag view, I think it is. I won't be using this because, well, not really much point. And also I think this is just only really for top tier anyway. So without further ado, let's take a look. Obviously I know what happens, but, well, I think this is going to be generating Avenger Mark II sales after this match. Bit of a replay bug there. That S81 yeah, he bugged out a little bit. So, obviously, we are taking gunfire from the defensive turrets on board that S81, but this thing's very tough. It's pretty well armoured. I have got an updated review on this thing that is relatively recent, so feel free to take a look at that. But obviously, you've got two 50 cals in the front, you've got a 50 cal in the ball turret in the back, and then you've got a 30 cal in the lower part. And trust me, this thing can not only take a beating, but it can also dish out a lot of beating. Obviously, we're not going to use the bombs till later on. I normally go fighter mode with the bombs because, well, it's funny, and plus you can have bombers still. But you can definitely see just like how versatile this thing can be. You get a bomber spawn, you get two 50s in the front, as I say. You get a rearward firing 50 cal, which does have a few dead zones, because obviously it is an awkwardly mounted ball turret, but you also get pretty good versatility in terms of it being able to shoot down on targets over the side of the aircraft. That's kill number 2. The 30 cal doesn't really help it out in the lower part, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. But that's 2 kills already, both on S81s. They're actually in a squad, the poor sods. And I debated diving down towards the swarm there, but then I thought, you know, well, the 2 attackers there. But then I saw the swarm. And, well, it would be rude of me to not get stuck in when I've got a big fat booster. So one thing I do like about them putting in this new bomb, like number of bombs left, and obviously MG, what you have left, is it actually gives me more of an idea, and also you guys more of an idea, how much resources I'm working with in terms of the forward guns. And I think that is just something that should have been in for a while now. And, well, Gaijin have taken, what, 12 years to do something that simple? Now, I know some people are going to be asking why I've got my bomb bay door open when I'm not bombing anything. It's because it functions like a baby air brake. It doesn't work very well, but it helps this plane to the point where I kind of need the extra controllability, because once you get this thing at high speed, it does not like it. So just bear that in mind. That's kill number 3. As you can see, though, we've got a swarm behind us. I'm going to zoom in the map on this side so you have a bit more of an idea if my mouse wheel would actually work. So I'm going to leave this up just as you get an idea of the situational awareness around me. So if you want this little thing down here in future, for any future replays that I feature, let me know, because it actually gives you guys a bit more of a visual perspective, and you also get more of an idea of a situational awareness perspective. So that's kill number 4 on a G50. We are going to take our 5th kill for an ace here on this I-15. And obviously we've taken more hits over time, but we're about to take none because he tries to ram us for some reason. I don't know what made him think he should ram us, but then something strange happens in a moment, which, well, you're about to see. So, start opening fire with a 50 cal in the rear, and then he just dives straight down and decides to plant it in the trees. I don't know what he was planning there, but I don't think that was very smart. So here you can see what I mean. I'm tapping the trigger, and I've only got 22 bullets left. But obviously, bomb doors open, we've got 4 500 pandas, let's get to work. Obviously, I'm focusing primarily on the light tanks, because the light tanks can be killed by 50 cals, but as you'll see in the top left, I'm out of bullets. So, I have to play this smartly. Because obviously, if anything like that SB2U2 is going to come for us, who he is actually coming for us, I have to make sure that I dodge him with ample time, but also not give myself an easier death by taking a head-on when I have no bullets. So that's my last bomb out on this light tank, and here comes the SB2U2. So bomb bay doors shut, turn in tightly, and well, he's not going to be bothering us anytime soon. SB2U takes a bit of damage from the 50 cal. German laddie takes a good hit from the 50 cal, but he does make it back to base. Light him up, and well, there we go, kill number 6. Obviously we're taking quite a bit of damage, but like I said, this thing can shrug off quite a lot of gunfire, because, well, it's heavily armoured, it's chunky, and, well, it's a big girl for a single engine. So we've still got a bit of the match left, so I'm going to 4 times speed it. I can only apologise for the really horrible noises, but for some reason Gaijin thinks this sort of thing is funny. Yeah, fuck it, let's go 8 times. If the game crashes, I'll laugh. For those that don't know, if you fast forward too much in replays now, your game has a chance of crashing randomly. So I'm getting ready to slow down the replay just in case. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. So now we're approaching the tail end of the match. See what I did there? That was terrible. We've got a fresh load of ammo, fresh load of bombs, and, well, we've got more kills to potentially get. which we will get because we have to do all the work. The entire team is pretty much dead apart from that Dornier 17. So obviously I'm keeping an eye on the I-16. I opened the bomb bay door as another air brake because, well, why not? And plus we're going to be bombing in a minute anyway. Get some hits, take even more hits, but, well, Russian Shikast, sorry, has to do a little bit more than that to put down an Avenger. The only weakness of the Avenger that I've really had is the engine. The engine is rather fragile and is prone to fires, and you don't get a fire extinguisher in this aircraft, which is strange because the SBD does. So I'm hoping that this thing eventually gets one, because it would definitely help it out. But obviously here comes Mr. German Laddie. I retract the bomb bay doors so I can get more speed. I'm not going to outrun an I-16, but I want to make sure I have enough combat time on this BB-1 so that way we can engage fairly. Now in a maneuvering fight, I'm not going to win this, but that's not the plan. You'll see in a moment. So I'm taking even more hits from Shikast, which again, this thing is shrugging off like a champ because, well, it's an Avenger. And it's gotten to the point where we're just shrugging off anything they throw at us pretty much. We are getting quite lucky that they're not hitting the engine, but that is kill number 8. So now it's time to get rid of these bombs, I think. But obviously we are flying at a very low speed, which gives the I-16 ample opportunity to go for us. So we have to consider this. So we take out another tank, but obviously with the I-16 looming ahead of us, I turn the nose of the plane. I know I'm pretty much dead here if he gets a good shot in. I get more hits in. I take even more hits from Shikast, but again, this thing shrugs it off. 2 bombs out on the tanks. Kill 2 more tanks. And any second now, the I-16 is going to snap like a twig and end up in the tree line. And that, if the pause button would actually work, is kill number 9. Again, that is probably not how most of your matches are going to go in this aircraft. You'll average about 2 to 3 kills. But sometimes the stars will align. You'll get an ace, or you'll pull something like this. Trust me, this plane comes up in war bonds. It's cheap on sale. It's only about 500 GE. If you're desperate for some SL, this plane will do it. Just make sure you have a few boosters, and this plane will look after you. You've seen how much damage it can take. It can shrug off a lot. And like I said, the bomb load is pretty good as well. And it's actually alright in tank RB as well. It's got a 2,000 pound bomb now. So, yeah. All I will say is, if you want a really good SL grinder, that's cheap anyway, this is the bird to pick up. But anyway, I'm going to leave you all to it for today. Really hope you enjoyed seeing the Avenger Mark II featured in this replay, and I will see you all on the next one.